Hi there, welcome back to the channel, episode 24 on the coffee van restoration project. In today's episode, we've got lots of interesting stuff going on. We're going to finish off in the cupboard with the consumer unit. Going to put a nice plate in there to mount the wires to so they're all nice and tidy, and also give us a plate to mount the PC to that's going to be running the screen up there. So that's the first job we're going to do. We'll get straight stuck in with that one. We're also going to be in the cupboard sorting out this flow jet system. Also in today's video, we've got the important task of building the jigs to router out these doors and drawers for the cupboards. Loads more other stuff as well. Let's get stuck in. So we're straight in the cupboard. We're going to measure up this plate that's going to sit in behind these wires so we can fasten the wires to the plate and make it all look really nice and neat. We'll slide that up there behind. We'll put a little batten in and then we can rivet that in place. Yeah, beautiful. And then we can fasten these wires to that plate, which is going to keep it all nice and neat, stop any chafing and make it all look really nice and neat. I'm just using screws with some cable ties and we just bang them straight in, look. Oh, well they're all nicely tucked away now, so I'm pleased with that. So let's go over the other side to the sink cupboard, and we're just going to put a little trim on this shelf I'm just putting in there. That's going to keep his hands nice and safe when we're going in and out, not going to catch his fingers. And then we can put the tank in there for the sink. Yeah. That ain't going nowhere. So the waste cupboard under the sink, originally we've got the 10 litre tanks which we're going to use, but they do fill up quite quick. So I'm thinking now I've got a 20 litre and I'm reckoning that is going to go in there, and we'll put an adapter on the top, a tank adapter, sink coming into that, and we'll peg this in place. I think the 20 litre is going to be far better in the long run. Let's get it fastened in. So I've just chopped a couple of bits of angle down, took a, and that will fit into the cupboard like that, and that will go in on the end as well, something like that, and then the tank will sit straight in there and hold it all in place. Just got to drill that through and rivet it down. So straight through this shelf, fasten this bracket in. It's going to be nice and strong, and it's the beauty of working with the aluminium. Bit of housekeeping there, clean that up, just take the sharp edges off. Oh, lovely. And that ain't going anywhere. Beautiful. Stonking. And then a similar thing down at the coffee machine cupboard. We've got water tanks in here. This is the waste tank for the coffee machine, which has got to sit just above the waste pipe there. So we need to get that on a little platform, sitting in there, something like that. In fact, I'm thinking I'm going to go that way, and I'm going to put another feeder in the top of that side. Like having hold of the handle. We've got these tank fixings on the tanks, one at the bottom of each. Now I was going to put a pipe through the top, and I've not tried this any other way, but we've got these two pipes going in here, and if I link the two together through the isolation valve, in theory it should fill it. I think it's going to fill it slower than if it was going in the top, but I'm going to give it a go just to see what happens. I think we'll try it, see how slow it is. If it's bad, then I'll drill the hole through and then change it, but let's give it a go and see how it lies. We've got some PTFE tape. What you've got to remember with this is when you screw that in, you want the tape to be going the right way so it doesn't all unravel. So we just wind it on clockwise, get a little overlap on it there. I don't want loads of it, just enough. Let's try that. Yeah, get the grips on it. Who needs a spanner when you got a couple of pairs of grips? That's a tool for the job, isn't it? Perfect. We'll do the same with this one. I just need to get some pipe. So the first bit is the pipe to go into that there. Won't drop the olive on just yet, but we'll just measure up. That's going to go over the top of that. Then we're going to have a speed fit connector. So let's chop this to size using the pipe cutting tool. We can get the end in it, pop it in there. We'll know where we've got to be now with his next joint. We'll nip that up, we'll put the speed fits on there, they just push straight on, dead easy to use. We've got a little isolation valve here so we can turn the flow on and off. We'll cut the long piece down to the bottom. Compression joint into another speed fit straight in the bottom of the tank. We'll cover all this in with a nice piece of aluminium. And we need to fabricate a waste tank frame. And we'll do much the same as we did in the other cupboard. This one's got to be sat a little bit higher though. Bingo. Right, it's time to get interesting. To enable us to cut these cupboard doors out of this furniture ply, you need to use a router with a little 6mm cutter in it. You can't just go at it freehand, you need to have some kind of jig to do it to. Now, do I know a man for the job? Dad!
Okay, this morning we're making a profile for the router to manufacture some laminated doors for the coffee van. You can have a look there. You've got the groove, and this in the middle is what's going to be cut out all the way around. Absolutely perfect 30mm cut all the way around. My grandson is watching because I've got his hat on what he let me have for Christmas, so you know, let's see how it goes. So I'll just show you it as we go. There we go, there it is. Mason. There we go. Nearly there on this one more to go, and we'll have the first jig nearly done. We'll just need cleaning up. There we go. Now then, you'll probably understand now what I'm trying to be telling you in the morning. This fits onto the bottom of the router. What happens is, when you're running along, that will run into the router, and it's like a follow-on. And as you go around there, and it will cut. Hoping it will cut the size of that door out perfectly without upsetting it. So that's the lesson for today, and good night.
Good night to you too, Dad. Thanks for your help though, really appreciate that. Got all those jigs made up. There's a lot of work involved in cutting those out because the doors, a few of them are the same size but some of them are different, but jigs are all made. So in the next episode we're going to be actually manufacturing these cupboards, cutting them out and fitting them to the van. So it's a really important episode. Come and join me in the next one. Appreciate you all watching. It's been absolutely fantastic. Love your comments as you always do. Please drop me a little like and subscribe to the channel. Let's crack on with this build and get it finished. Thanks for watching.